We've been joined by Arkansas head coach Dave Van Horn, along with the student athletes Eric Fisher, Trey Killian, and Alex Gosser. We'll continue. We'll start with first an opening statement from Coach Van Horn, then we'll open the floor for questions, first for the student athletes. Coach?
First off, I'd like to congratulate A&M on a great season, and I feel like that they're a regional team, and I hope that their body of work will get them in. As far as this ball game, pretty well played game. Eric hit a change up, went down and kind of buggy whipped it, almost, and hit it in the right spot and got it out of there and kind of gave us a chance to relax. And I think that Trey just came out and pretty much does what Trey does every time he gets on the mound, and that's just pepper that zone, both sides of the plate with that fastball, mixed in some change ups, some sliders, and just did a tremendous job. And short days or short week of rest, like Mingan, and they were toe to toe, and just fortunate that we got a walk and a hit and run, and we just found a way to punch in some runs and kind of take control of the game. But real proud of my team for coming out and playing hard. We haven't been in Fayetteville for a week now. There's a couple teams that can say that they haven't been there either, but we've been living in a hotel, and it's a lot more fun when you're winning.
Questions for the student athletes, and if you will, please let us know to which student athlete you're directing your question. We'll start here on the front.
I guess it's for Trey. So, how did it feel pitching on a little shorter rest today? And you got 9 runs last start. You got 4 runs this start. Does it feel good to get the runs? You're getting a little better support than you were.
Yeah, we did a good job, like Coach said, Fisher. We got that first run across the board for us, and it's always easier pitching with a lead, even if it's only 1 run. And then we were able to scrap a few more across late in the game, kind of secure the win. And Zach Jackson did a great job for us. But pitching on short rest, I was fine. Coach Jordan got with me, and our trainers got with me, and we did a little extra running, some rehab to get my arm back and ready to come back on that short rest. And I felt pretty good out there. I felt like I threw a lot of strikes, and I'm just glad we came out with a win.
Other questions? Let's stay here on the front.
Yeah, this is for Eric. Talk about that home run. This is a big ballpark. You're going to see a lot of home runs here. Just talk about that at bat, how good it felt to see that thing go out.
Yeah, he just got a change up and stayed through it long enough. And if you're going to hit it out of this park, I guess you got to hit it where I did, because that thing just barely got over. And I'm rounding first. I saw it, and I was pretty happy that got to get on the board, get Trey a run, and every time we can score a run for Trey, it definitely puts some fire in him and makes him throw better.
Other questions for Eric, Trey, or Alex? Keep it here on the front.
This is for Alex. You had a big hit in that 7-run rally. Talk about that hit. I think you threw out your first base runner today too.
Yes, sir. Mingen had fooled me on curveball several times since I faced him a couple weeks ago, and just sat on it. I had a feeling it was coming. And on the throw out, it just missed a hit and run. BA picked me up with a scoop. It was a little short hop, but he got the job done.
Staying here.
This is for all 3 guys. How big a drag would it have been to fly all the way here, play 1 game, then have to go home? How good does it feel knowing you've got at least a couple games, to go now?
Why don't we start on the end down there, Alex, and then we'll work our way this side.
Some guys like being on the road, some don't. So we would have, flew that whole way just for 1 game. It would kind of been a waste. Maybe drive back tonight. Wouldn't have been a good bus ride. So definitely not a good thing.
Trey?
Yeah, just on what he said. It's not. We're coming out here to compete. We're not coming down here to play for the regional tournament. We're not trying to go home and rest up to get ready for a regional tournament. Even though we might have that locked down on paper right now, we want to come out here, and our motive is to come out here and win ball games and win as many as we can, and make it as far in this tournament as we can.
And Eric?
Yeah, on what he said, it's always fun winning, and the place we're staying is a great place, and the hotel and the mall, that's all fun, and nobody wants to just come out, play 1 game, and then have to drive home. And so it's nice kind of be able to relax and know that we get to play another game tomorrow and get to go out and just keep doing what we're doing.
Go ahead, front row.
Alex, this was your 2nd game. You look pretty comfortable out there again. How'd you feel? And Trey, could you talk about how Alex caught today?
Alex did a great job. Coming out a couple weeks ago against A&M on Friday night, he did a great job for us. He unselfish for him, pulling that red shirt. He stepped up for us, and he's great receiving back there defensively. I don't know if we've had any pass balls when I've pitched to him He just does a great job. He keeps me in there and maybe gets me on the good side of the umpire every now and then. He's kind of a sweet talker back there, but yeah, it's great. Even though we're not having Jake right now, it's great to have a guy that can go back there and do just as good as Jake does receiving the ball. And congrats to him for throwing his first runner out today. That was huge.
Alex, your thoughts on your performance?
Just Trey, I honestly would be comfortable blindfolding myself and hold my glove up. Trey just makes me look good back there. He hits spots, and so, it's just, he's one of the easier guys to catch, in my opinion. We have a good rhythm, good relationship. So just all in all, he makes me look good.
All right. Eric, Trey, Alex, go ahead. You guys are welcome to head back to your locker room. Appreciate it, guys. Continue here in a second with Coach Van Horn.
This thing don't fall.
Need a little support, don't we?
Yeah.
Questions for Coach? Start here on the front.
Dave, just what do you think of Trey's job today? And has it been nice that he's gotten some runs the last couple starts?
Well, early in the game, it looked like he was, rolling pretty good, and whether, it was 2-2 or 4-4, it looked like that he was going to be able to give us maybe more innings than we thought. I was hoping, 5, maybe 6, just trying to take care of him, and he got through those quick, and then it looked like he was going to give us 7 or 8, and then he had a couple innings. They fouled a lot of pitches off, and he went full count. I think he walked somebody with 2 outs, and it was just this pitches count started getting up there, and I think we took him out with almost about what he threw last week. I think he threw 96, 98 last week, and he threw 96, it looks like, today. And now he'll get I don't know, 10 days off before he'll get on the mound again, probably a week from this Friday, I hope so. But I thought he threw real well, and just a lot of fastballs early, mixed in a couple changeups to the lefty, started throwing the slider a little bit more to the right-handers, even throw a right-on-right changeup a couple of times, and he just pitched. And even the inning where he gave up a walk or two, he just missed some pitches. They could have gone either way, didn't get the call, and that's the way the game works. But he just competes. I thought he did a tremendous job.
Other questions for Coach Van Horn? Back row, and then we'll come back up here. Go ahead.
Dave, I guess just when you look back the past couple of weeks and really the whole season from a pitching standpoint, talk about the job the staff has done. Just be able to go out there, you got 90-mile-an-hour plus arms out there just left and right. And also, does this team kind of remind you of the Omaha team here a couple of years ago in the sense that not overly offensive, but when you look at the arms and the offense down the stretch, you're getting the key hits right now? Yeah,
the reason we've been winning, obviously, is our pitchers have stayed strong. I think we didn't really overpitch anybody all year, I didn't feel like, and our bullpen's done a tremendous job and held leads. And, why we started winning is we started scoring runs. We started getting big hits finally. We've played pretty good defense this year, better than the last couple of years. Just fielding percentage-wise, turned the double play better. Just gotten a little bit better there. But it does remind me of the team a little bit. If we can get Jalen Beeks back, and he won't pitch in this tournament, but if we get to a regional, you might see him in that regional. So that could be a major plus for us.
Front row. There's Mike.
Hey, Coach, I think you're throwing Oliver tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yes.
What do you recall about his outing against Ole Miss? It was pretty strong.
Yeah, he was throwing Game 3. He's been throwing Game 3 for us all year until the last 2 weekends. We had to move him up, and we pulled Jalen Beeks out, who was our number 1 and 2 early in the year. It was a game that we had to win. We had lost a 1-run game, maybe a 2 or 3 run game. I'm not sure exactly. We lost 4 one-run games, or excuse me, we lost 8 one-run games in league play. So our pitching's kept us there. But what I remember was we needed to win in the worst way. We were 0-2 on the weekend. Felt like we should have been 1-1 at a minimum. And he went out and had a tremendous outing, and we scored a lot of runs. And I don't remember. That was 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago. But he's been pitching well down the stretch.
What makes him effective? He had about 3 walks in 7 innings, kept his hits down.
Well, he's one of those guys. He's got one of those arms that when he wants to throw a 97, he can throw a 97. He can pitch at 92, 94, 95, easy. He's gotten his changeup going. When he gets on top of that curveball, it's got some depth, and you got to respect that thing. And then he'll throw that fastball right by you. He pitches with energy. Sometimes I have to tell him to calm down a little bit. I want him irritating people on the other side. But I do. I do appreciate the effort that he puts in, and he's continued to get better.
Excuse me, Coach, I'm just going to pull this just a little closer to you. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. First row.
Dave, what do you think of Gosser today? And, he obviously had a big hit, seemed to handle himself well behind the plate. How do you look? And it's just hard to believe this guy's only started 2 games for you and played in 3. And he looks
Well,
as good as he does.
just kind of going back to the game on Saturday, the game 3 against Missouri, when he came in the game, we're down 4 runs. I didn't even notice him, and that's a good thing. I didn't really notice him today. It means he's catching the ball. He's not riding pitches out of the zone. He's catching it where it is, making them look good. And like you said, sometimes catching Trey can be easy because he spots it up pretty good. But I thought he did a tremendous job, threw the ball pretty well. A&M's got very good speed. It's, you got to have a tremendous arm, and you're going to have trouble throwing those guys out. So I guess the best thing, and I've said it before, when you don't notice him, he's probably doing a good job, and I think he's done a tremendous job.
This will be the last question. We'll take one more right here.
You guys are 7-1 your last 8 games. I mean, what's working for y'all right now?
I think the team is very confident, number one. I mean, when we won that series against A&M, it really boosted our confidence, and, had a chance to sweep them, had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 10th, went down a run with no outs, and we didn't score, or we'd be 8-0 those last 8 games. And, we didn't get on them about that. It's the way it is. They did a tremendous job. Minter came in and got us out, but we just kept playing. We kept talking about this time of the year. We were talking about this time of the year 45 days ago, that we're young, we're inexperienced in a lot of positions, but if we keep getting better, and I said this the other day, I'm really proud of my coaching staff because I think we've handled this team very well. We haven't gotten on them. We just kept working them. We've stayed real positive. And I think the guys have responded to it, and I think they appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.
Good luck tomorrow.